on the theme a good father. A good father. No, we have many fathers. And we can call everybody a father as long as a father based on the dictionary. Our father is a parent who of course, you fathered a child. So you right there, and then you have got the title as a father. But the whole idea of fatherhood, it runs far deeper. It runs much wider. And so there are persons, of course, who back in the olden days were called fathers, such as ancestors, and the word is ancestors. And persons who were just head of certain clan, head of certain groups, and so on, would be given the title of father. We refer to our Lord Jesus as a father. He is, of course, the father of creation. He is the father of everything. And such as, of course, as Adam. Adam was a father of, the beginning of creation. And so we can go on and we find so many persons who carry the title of father. But what is it really to be a good father? I would have said to us, of course, there are many who possibly sit here right now who possibly would not refer to their dad as a good father. Because they have had situation dealing with as they grow up and so on, that really would have caused them not to see their dad as a good father. But I want to encourage our hearts today to understand that there's so much we can do. And we might do all different stuff and think, hey, yes, this is making me a good dad. And no. I want to also say there are those of us who believe that all I need to do is to be a strong disciplinarian. Discipline the boy. And by disciplining him, we think all we need to do is to ensure that we don't spare the rod and flog him when he does something wrong. Flog him. To ensure that we are fathering this boy, or fathering this girl. No. That is not what is required of us to be a good father. So we go into the Gospel according to St. Luke chapter 15. And here we're going to find a very interesting story unfolding before our eyes. Of course, we're talking about the story of the prodigal son. There's so much in this story that will come to our attention. Oftentimes, one aspect, of course, of it that we don't possibly hear much about, because persons will preach and we will talk about the boy running away from home, going away, and so on and so on and so on. But we want to really look at how this dad handled the situation upon the boy return. So we would start at verse 18, and we're going to just go through a few verses there as we delve into this story. I start at verse 18. It said, "And I will arise and go to my father, and I will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee, and I am no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. And he arose and came to his father, but when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion, and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him." I'll stop here. Now we will look at our verses, but I'm going to stop here. Bow your heads as I pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you, Lord God, for your grace, your mercy, your goodness, O God, towards us, the children of men. Thank you, Lord God, that you are our Father. And you are a good father. You know how to give good gifts to your children. Lord God, we come today desiring to hear from you. And so we pray, oh God, that you would strengthen our hearts today. Bless us, oh God. Bless the word of our hearts. Open our minds, oh God, that we will hear the word and receive it. Have your way today. Bless us, oh God. Anoint the lips of clay. Let your word go forth with power and authority. Thank you, we pray, oh God, as we look to you. In Jesus' name. So, verse number 20 said, and he arose and came to his father. But when he was yet a great way off, notice the scripture said, when he was a great way off. Speaking of him being way in the distance, his father saw him and had compassion and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. Now this is a very, very powerful deed of a father. We know the story of this prodigal boy well, and for many of us as a dad, we would have said, oh, this boy has lost his mind. When he came to his father and he asked, Dad, give me the blessing that falleth to me and let me go. I'm going off. I'm going on my own. Oftentimes it's no easy task for kids sometimes to go off on their own. Parents tend to not willing to just freely allow them to go off. This dad, of course, if you notice in the story, we have not heard anything about a mom. We don't know if he was a single dad or what. But nowhere we see any mention of a mom in this story. So we would have to assume that no doubt he was a single dad. And certainly we know we never heard of any girl or so on, any daughter, so we assume it was just two boys. But we believe he did his best to grow these two boys. And no doubt they have come to age where they could decide to go on their own. This younger, we're told, of the two, decided he wanted to go out and to feel what it's like to be on his own. And I'm saying when he came to his dad would say, hey son, no. Stay. And he could have put up all kind of resistance. He could have done so many things to prevent his son from going out. But we know that he did not try in any way to restrain him, to prevent him. See me easily accept the boy position and say, okay, here is what falleth to you and you can go. Truth is, he went out and he made a mess of things. I also want you to know that the very fact that he went out and didn't do well, his father could have taken the position that, hey, look, you're not coming back here. You have wasted my substance. You are a failure, and therefore you are not welcome back through these doors. And oftentimes, dad who would claim to be a good dad will tell you, will beat your chest and say, I'm a good father. But I have to take strong decision against that boy. The boy has lost his head, gone into Rastafarianism, mixed up himself with weed smoking, and he is not coming back through these doors. Not coming back here. Stay out there. And sometimes these strong actions will be taken even to the very detriment of these young men and sometimes young women. And this dad would claim to be, oh, I am a good father. I've done all my best. Prepare, make sure there's food on the table for them to eat. Make sure they have everything. So I've done my best. But when it comes to showing compassion, when it comes to showing real love, when we should put true love to the test, that's where we fail. And yet we want to be praised as good dad, good father, good father, good father. But not so. This father, the Bible said when the boy was a great way off, he saw him. That alone tells me that he was always looking out for him. As soon as the boy left home, his dad was looking out for him. A caring father, a loving father, a father that wants to see the best for his children. Never stop looking out for your children. And the truth is so often your sons and sons, they leave home and they go on and they get married and so on. And you would know some family, they just keep, it seems the relationship can't change because there is still that happy going. Go come and visit daddy and come and visit home again and so on. And this one going to the home and that's what we're going to do because there's open doors left for our kids to come home whenever you feel like. Come home, this place is still your home. This is still your home. So the father keep looking. He didn't sit down and say, hey, when you get here, you have something to do. So I'm waiting on you to come in. When you get to this house, you have something to do. The first thing you need to do when you get here, come and apologize. No. But the Bible said he ran to meet him. This father had a good heart. This is a father's heart. A loving heart. A heart who did not want to see the destruction of his son. So the Bible said he ran to meet him. And not only he ran to meet him, but he fell on his neck and kissed him. Hallelujah. Oh, bless the name of Jesus. Imagine who you are apology. You are not waiting for him to get home and to say something. But you are doing your part first. He ran and hold him and kissed him, and that alone tell me that he welcomed him back home into the house. We need to be fathers of compassion. Fathers of love. Fathers willing to show forth the good gift that God has given unto us. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him would not perish but have everlasting life. The longer good of your sons and daughters, you are looking out for their greater good. And so whatever you have to do to ensure that the enemy don't devour them, you are willing to do it. Hallelujah. 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 The Bible tells us that God made man in his image and in his likeness created them. When man fell in the Garden of Eden, God did not just sit by and say, oh my God, they made a mess. Everything is gone. It's over. But the Bible said they could hear the God walking in the midst of the garden. And God said, Adam, where art thou? God goes searching. Love must pull us to go and to seek for those who are lost. Sometimes we think they hold us an obligation. And they must come to us and they must come and clear up things and make things right. No. Yes, they have error. Yes, they have made mistake. Yes, they have fallen short. But we must be willing to go and to save them and to reconcile them. The Bible said God came and he called Adam, Adam, where are thou? This is my son. He's lost. But I'm not going to sit there and watch him be destroyed. I'm going to try my best to help. So the Bible said God came, found Adam hiding. Why are you hiding, Adam? Hiding. Because I realized that I've messed things up. I've messed up. What have you done? How do you know that you're naked? The woman that you give me. And you won't know, we know the story. It is said that Adam tried to hide from everything that was done. Adam tried to find himself to hide behind something. It's the woman. It is and to find and to blame and to blame and to blame. But in the midst of all of that, God had compassion on him. God had compassion and his love would not allow him to be destroyed in his situation. His love, the Bible said that God slew a lamb and they made clothing for them. Clothed them. God was always showing compassion, showing mercy, showing love, covering their nakedness, covering their sin, finding a covering for their condition. And so the Bible said, as the prodigal boy returned, he came home, but the father said to his servant, bring forth the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his hand and shoe on his feet. The condition that he came home in was poor. The condition that he came home in was shabby. But the father did not say, hey, you're torn to pieces, you're ragged as ever. And you're going to have to find your way out of this situation. You're going to have to work even here until you can buy good clothes to put on until you can fix up yourself. No. But the father commanded that a good robe be brought for him. Not just any robe. But he commanded that the best robe be given unto him. And oftentimes we are not prepared to give our best. It's time we have things that we're storing up and we tend to put up certain things of value and certain things of quality. We put them up, stock them away. But it was too good for the father to say, bring forth the best and put it on him. We're lifting him out of this situation. We're taking him out of the rags of sin. Put the best on him. Put a ring on his finger. Give him power, give him authority. And put shoe on his feet. Ensure that his feet are properly taken care of. There are those who will be looking and say, oh, the worthless boy. Look how they will do and fix up the worthless boy. No. As far as the father is concerned, this is a good boy. Not because he has fallen into a certain situation. It doesn't mean that he's a no good. Yes, we are still working together and we're working for his good. It is very, very important that we do to others all the good that we can do.
Yes.
And be careful that we are not doing things that we consider to be good. Because let me tell you, oftentimes, parents tend to think that they are doing good for their kids. And the truth is they are doing the worst for their kids. Sometimes we choose to make decisions for our kids. I want them to be. No, it's not what you want them to be. It really is about what God wants them to be. And if you're not able to lead them into what God wants them to be, then they need to be allowed to find what God wants them to be in life. Sometimes some of us decide, hey, I am your father. I want you to be a doctor. I want you to be a doctor. But truth is what God wants him to be. And what it is that this son wants to be in life. Sometimes we try to break them and to curb them and to put them in the path that we want them to go. And they are not going into the way that God wants them to go. And so this father was a good dad, of course. Very good dad. The Bible said, not only that, he placed a ring on his finger, coat on him, shoes on his feet. But he said, go and kill the fattest calf. Kill the best calf. And let us eat, drink and be merry and have a good time. Because this my son which was dead is now alive again. That is what is important. We are giving him life and we are celebrating his life. We are celebrating his life because he was dead, he has left, he has gone for days, for months. We have seen him, we have heard from him. But he's alive again, he's resurrected, he's alive again. And that is what God is interested in. Adam has fallen. Adam is now dead. But God said, Adam, you must come alive again. I am interested in your life. You must come alive again. Rise, Adam, from the dead. Come back, Adam, from the dead. This is your moment of reconciliation. Hallelujah. But sadly, as they begin to eat and they begin to make merry and they begin to have a good time, his elder brother who was not there when the boy came home, coming in from the field and he heard music and dancing and all that, and he said, oh my God, what is going on here? What is this sudden excitement? What hell might have taken place here? When he came in here, oh, your father was, well, the truth of the matter, when I read it, he didn't even came in. He didn't even came in. He stopped outside. And his father had to go home to him to explain when he asked what means all of this. And his dad had to go home to him and to explain to him that, hey, your brother, who was dead, is now alive, has came back home and is alive again. And so we're having a good time, we're throwing a party and we're having a good time for it. Come on inside. And the Bible said he would not come in. And let us listen to his complaint. And he said unto him, thy brother is come, and thy father had killed the fatted calf because he had received him safe, and so on. And he was angry and would not go in. Therefore came his father out and entreated him. So his father had to come out and entreat him. After be begging him to come in. This is a different heart, a completely different heart. A brother who should be a brother is now not acting like a brother at all. And this tells me that, of course, after his brother had left him as well, said, oh, thank God he's gone. So everything will leave you on my own. Good. Go on about the business. Good, Father man. Stay out there. And I hope you never come back. So while the father was looking for his son to return, His brother was hoping that he will never return. Hallelujah. Bless the Lord Jesus. And so all his father tried to entreat him to come in. He would not. And listen to his argument. And he answered and said to his father, Lo, these many years do I serve thee, neither transgress I at any time thy commandment. And yet thou never gave me a kid, that I might make merry with my friends. I have served you all these years. I never transgress your commandment. I've done all that you ask of me. I am the good boy. I am the good son. But all these years I've served you, you never give me as much as a kid. My God. And this is a good father. You hear what he's saying of the good father? So often when you have done your good, sometimes it can even be evil spoken of. The person who should know, the person who sits there and is working and is doing everything, have everything to himself. But the heart, all that was there belonged to him and he didn't even know it. Father said, you don't need for me to give you a kid. I don't need to pick out a kid for you. Everything that is here is yours. You have the right to kill a kid whenever you want. To kill the fathead, you could have killed the fathead calf if you had wanted. And to make a merry with your friends. Nobody was stopping you. But the heart. You're sitting there and you're going on, but your heart is not right. Your heart is not right. But as soon as this, well, this is the boy talking, but as soon as this thy son was come, we shall devour thy living with our lands. There was killed for him the fatted calf. Accusation. You see how quick I'm ready to accuse? As soon as this your son come, who devour your living with our lands. Ready to point finger, ready to accuse. This father could have taken a position to say to his son, look here, you get your own already and you go there and you waste it. You have no more to get here. I've given you your portion. And you went out and make a mess. You can't get anything more. And if you come back here, stay in the back room. There's a room on the back there. Stay in that back room. And wait. If any little thing can fall to you. And may I well choose to show love and better care to even other servants that are not of his son, over his son. So often these things happen. And persons are saying, I'm a good father. I'm a good father. I'm a good father. Not so it were. Good father to one, good father to all. Some of us, our kids, some are doing well and some are not doing so well. And yes, those who don't do so well in school, why? They don't really have much with him, you know. He can't stay around the corner here. I prefer those who have done well. Those who follow my commandment. The fact is, a good dad must be good to all. Good to one and good to all. So this father said, we have to save everybody. Nobody must fall through the crack. We have to save everybody. Everybody must be saved. And as I close down, he continued to rise. It was meat, his father said to him. And he said unto his son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine. It was meet that we should make merry and be glad. For this thy brother was dead, and is alive again, and was lost, and was found. This is a very, very difficult time, of course, but we must understand that we have to do what we must do within that time. As I said, some of us can be good dad in good times, but we turn to our worst in the worst of times. And when is it that we need to be a good dad? When is it that we need to be a good dad? We need to be a good dad to our sons when they are in their worst of time. It is not when everything is going fine. It's not when everything is going well. Then we are up there, and yes, there are some fathers who you don't see them. And as soon as they hear that their son went on into some scholarship overseas and whatever, they run, come, oh, yes, it is my son, it's my son, it's my son, my son. But before, he was not their son. He was not their son. But as soon as some opportunity open up, yes, it is my son. When he was in jail, he was not my son. I don't know. Not my son. But he went into prison and learned some good skill, and he came out now, and the media is seeing him, and everybody is in the spotlight. Oh, he's my son. I'm his father. I'm his father. Oh my God. No. When he got into trouble, you were not there. You never carried a little dish of food for him when he was in jail. You said you know him. But all of us, he's your son. Our good must be at all time, in all cases, in all situations. Our good must be fair. And so this dad chose to be a good dad. In the good time. And in the bad time. My son that was lost is now found. And I'm there for him. I was there in the good time. We were building a nice thing together. We were a happy family. We were here together. We were doing everything together. He slipped out of line. But thank God he came back alive and well. And so we are going to celebrate him. We're going to celebrate him. We're going to work with him. We're going to build. We're going to ensure that he's back up and running again at the top of his game. I'm not saying a good father must be willing to work every one of his kids to their full potential. Ensure that they get to their full potential. None must be left behind. And that's what constitutes a good father. And this is what God is all about. This is what God is all about. So the prayer, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Because we understand that he is our Father. So we appeal to our Father. Because he is our Father, he's a good Father. He's a Father that wants to see the best from all of us. And so this is why the Bible said he came that we might have life and have it more abundantly. The devil that messed things up. We were lost in sin and shame, lost in sin and degradation. But God, in his love and tender mercy, came. And the Bible said to it that God was in Christ, reconciling the world unto himself, seeking to reconcile us back to himself. This was a father who was willing to reconcile this boy, to bring him back into the good light again, to bring him back into proper union again with his father, to bring him back. And we must be the father who will bring back. So many of us, we have brought sons and daughters into this world. But that's not all about it. That's all about it. Some father, the only thing you can say is, when you hear them down the road at the rum bar and drink with them friends, me have a 750 me have. 750 me have. Three gallons for what? That's all. But if you should ask what have you done for these seven kids, they have a scratch their head. They can't even tell you what they have done for these 7 kids. But they can boast that they have 7. And they have done nothing. They really have not even father them. And father one out of the seven. But they both to have sinned. Not a good dad, John. Not a good father. So we don't want us to bear the name of father. We want to be true to that title. We want to be good fathers. That's my appeal to you today. Be a good father. Be a good father. And be the kind of father who will dare to help to lift your kid out of your difficult situation. I can tell you, right now there are a lot of kids, some of them are falling even into drugs. Falling into drugs. And their father simply turned his back. Turned his back. Because as far as that father is concerned, a good son. I can tell you of a situation that I know personally. Known of it personally. I've seen it with my own eye. There's a boy who is dad, of course. I don't deal with that at that media. I know the dad too spoke about it to me. Send the boy overseas to study. Send him America to study. And the boy didn't do well at all. Matter of fact, go over there and get into drugs. That messed up. And was deported back to Jamaica. And I saw it with my own eye. The boy came to his father down by the Tinspen. I used to work on my Tinspen. And the boy came there. And the father walked away when saw him come to the gate and walk inside. I don't want to see him. I don't even want to see him. Because he came back to Jamaica. It was a bit messed up, that messed up with the drug. And that was kind of ragged when I saw him coming in, filthy. And the father said, I don't want to see you. We were standing right there. The father walked away, go inside the building. God came standing up outside his doors. And I felt it because I said, even to stand up and to talk to him and possibly give him a few dollars or something. But I wasn't even living with him. He's now here in Jamaica. The father, I know that he's here. I said, that turned him out of the house and he was on the street. You have to still be there. It's still life. It's still life. So you have to still be there and try to help and try to pull him out of the situation. But he was forsaken. Forsaken. So let us understand, brothers and sisters, our best of good must be when we can pull persons away from the degradation. Pull them away from the degradation. You just think about this. If the father had said, go back, when he saw him coming, he could have said, go back. Where are you going? You're not welcome here. Go back to where you're coming from. And we have sent him back right into the mess. Right into the mess that he has fallen. He had fallen into his lowest. And if he had said, go back, he would have basically sent him back into the dungeon. There are a lot of young men today who are firing guns because they are so upset with their father. Say they are firing gun because they are so upset with their father. The father ill-treated them. I hear there's one set who call himself the fatherless gang. The fatherless gang. And no, these are boys who say I don't have no father. My father don't deal with me right. So I don't have no father. So they join the fatherless. These are boys who probably will never recover because nobody is to pull them out of that mess, to pull them out of that darkness. And so they see themselves as we're doing what we have to do because there is no other way for us, there is no hope, there is nobody to show us a little light. So we are making it here in the darkness. God bless you today. God bless you today. Missionary to come on our book. God bless you. Jesus. Hallelujah.
Father, that you have been encouraged to be good dads. I just want to say thank you for playing the role that you have played. And today we want to pray for you as Father. The altar is open. All the fathers are going to ask you to just come to the altar. In the name of Jesus.